Good mid-afternoon, 3:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, November 28th, 2022. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. I appreciate everybody bearing with me with my voice. I probably won't be able to do my live tonight, even though I would love to. I don't have enough voice power to even barely get through these updates. But there's three key things we need to talk about in this update. One, Blockfi declares bankruptcy, which I broke this story almost 2 weeks ago now, as they had major ties to FTX. So I knew it was only a matter of time. So this is the latest crypto casualty, would be Blockfi. So if you have money in Blockfi or Blockfi, however you say it, that's a big problem for you because you're probably not going to get your money back. And then Invictus Capital, as I want to give, let's see. I want to give Steve credit because Steve actually is the one who, I wasn't even looking at Invictus. I knew about Blockfi, but Invictus Capital also filed for bankruptcy and they both blamed FTX. And unfortunately for Steve, being somebody who was in there, he got something in here. I don't want to share everything with you, but they sent him an email, so he's not getting his assets back, long story short. So if you're part of those exchanges, I feel for you, but I'm doing my best to keep you out ahead, so maybe you can get your money out of these other ones. Gemini is the big one next that I would really be paying attention to. So once again, Invictus Capital and Blockfi declare bankruptcy, and they blame FTX for the fallout. And then this is the second story I want to talk about. Millions of XRP suddenly moved to Bitstamp. Here's what happened. So real quickly, over the past 24 hours, okay, so as reported by Whale Alert crypto tracking startup, less than an hour ago, and this was 6 hours ago, an anonymous whale transferred 30 million XRP to the EU-based Bitstamp crypto exchange. Over the past 24 hours, XRP token has lost approximately 7% of its price, according to CoinMarketCap. The transaction was made from a wallet that the aforementioned blockchain tracker marked as unknown. Data shared by XRP-focused platform Bitstamp shows that the funds came from BitGo. This is the biggest crypto custodial service in the U.S. that works with institutional clients. And also, as a crypto exchange last year, founder of Galaxy Digital and former Goldman Sachs partner Mike Novogratz announced that his crypto bank would acquire BitGo to expand Galaxy Digital impact in the crypto space. However, in the fall, several months after the initial announcement, Novogratz backed out of the deal with BitGo. So 30 million XRP valued at 11.428 million USD transferred from unknown wallet to Bitstamp or Bystamp or however the hell you want to call it. So that's what we're looking at right now. We'll see what happens with that. If that's actually a sell order, that's going to end up going in here shortly. Now we're going to look at XRP. And very quickly, XRP is down 3.03%. It's had a small push up from the day's low. The day's low, we made this double bottom. But to me, if I'm looking at this legitimately, does this have staying power? There's not a lot of volume, but ultimately we're going to have to see if we make a return push to 3925. Without a push over 3925, we'll unfortunately be pushed back down, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. So that's what I'm looking at most importantly, because if we don't hold this, we're going to end up breaking down pretty far. If we look at the perpetual futures chart real quick, and I'm going to let you go because I got to deal with my son. The perpetual future, and I can't talk. Perpetual futures chart. If we can't hold this movement I just showed you, we would come back down here and have to contend with this 3628 level. So that's what I'm looking at. This is a bearish continuation. I don't see anything more than a right shoulder here, unless we get a serious volume push up. But in the 30-minute, I don't see dick. So, and then I get a lot of people that say, oh, he's bearish because he wants to get it at the cheapest possible price. Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm bearish because I have to be bearish. Take your panties off and stop being bitches. I'm not saying it's going to be bearish because I need to get a cheaper entry price because I'm liquidated. I'm saying it's going to be bearish because it's going to be a cheaper price, and I want you to get a cheaper price with me. It don't make two fucking shits to me what everybody decides to do. Ultimately, it's up to me, though, to tell you what you need to do. And if you listen, you listen. If you don't, that's too damn bad. You're going to lose all your money, and you're not going to understand what's going on. The people saying that they sold at 33 and 38 cents, I've never advised for anybody to sell under $1. I told people at one point when we were about to break 50 cents the first time, this is the only time I'd ever advise you to sell when it was still at 50 cents. But that was right when it made the break under 50 cents. It was a critical support pivot level. And we knew we were going to have a catastrophic drop after, which we did. But for people to say, oh, you're telling people to sell at, these prices, bullshit. I've never once said sell under $1, except that one scenario. So I love all the trash talking nonsense dick fucks in the audience that think they can do it better. I implore you and I beg of you, do it better. Start a show. Prove to me that you have a half a brain and have the wherewithal to understand what's actually going on. Until you do, take notes. Because I believe I'm the only person in the crypto space besides old Vincenzo that your portfolio is still in the green. I'm the only person who led you to a 400% plus gain in XRP in 2021 and got you out before a 77% drop. So before you judge or before you gaslight my comments, be real. In conclusion, XRP, we're either going to hold this 20-day at this 381. We really need to hold this area and don't break below the structure formed if we don't want a big drop here. 372, if that breaks, we're coming down to 362. And then ultimately on Bitcoin, the problem with this is with Bitcoin, our bearish continuation and our targeted move, if we are unable to break out of this formation that I've created, I put this as the fall point a long time ago before this formation ever happened. I did this when it was back in here. But I judged it from here, the targeted drop down. And what are we going to do if the move down is 11,657 on the next push down if we break this bear flag? Where does that put XRP? Because if we're down at 11,657, something tells me that brings XRP in half. In half. So that's when you start talking about the 20 cents and then much worse. So if Bitcoin follows this, expect XRP down there at about just shy of 20 cents, just below 20 cents. And then further as this plays out. So before we judge, the most important thing we have is to be humble. Also, before you judge somebody for their work, make sure you're watching all of their work and understand their history. There's nothing that's more embarrassing to read in the comments than somebody who says, why didn't you tell us before it was going to drop? Anybody can tell us to not be in now after it's already come down. Understand who you're talking to, jabroni. Like I always tell everybody, get with it or get the fuck out, because I don't need people who are going to waste people's space in their brain and have dead brain cells. I need the ones who understand. If you want to know more, if you want to be in a thriving community, and you want to be able to understand what's going on at all times of the day, join Tom's Army. You get all of this. You get the futures group, which I think is the tremendous group. I love watching people talk about their swing trades and their futures trading and what they're doing. Also, if you want to join Tom's Army, it's in the video description below. And if you want to trade like me, it's in the video description below. All you have to do is go to any video. You can trade on BitGet with me. You can trade on MEXC or UPHOLD. They're the only three that I trust. And then if you want to donate, it's in the video description below. Cash App, Venmo, send XRP, or you can send to Super Things. All you have to do is click on my past video, hit more. There you go. Everything you need to see and more is right here. So I appreciate the support. And as always, this update was brought to you FUD free, no advertising, no bullshit, no telling you about a product. I won't tickle your balls. I also won't tell you how to keep your balls fresh. And that's important, because I don't have to give you a spew every day for 2 or 3 minutes because I'm getting paid by somebody. This is personally and 100% bought and paid for the people and by the people. This station is run by Tom's Army. The 213 members of Tom's Army who pay $9.99 a month ensure everybody else who's watching that I don't have to do paid advertising for anybody else, and this show stays true to the form. And I'm going to tell you, no bullshit. It's going to stay FUD free, and I'm not going to tell you nonsense that doesn't need to be heard. Once again, the main stories: 30 million XRP shuffled in the Bitstamp, and that came from exchange. Where the hell was that? So it was from BitGo and Bitstamp, 30 million XRP. And then the bigger story is Blockfi and Invictus Capital both filed for bankruptcy today. So if you had money in there, unfortunately, you've lost it all. Hashtag the FUD stops here, and share this to your friends far and wide on social media so they don't get hustled by the jabronis on social media.